Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this incredibly soft, moist, and rich chocolate cake with a beautiful cream cheese swirl. The chocolate cake is deeply flavorful. The cream cheese layer adds the perfect creamy tang, and together they create an absolutely irresistible dessert. This cake is easy to make and perfect for birthdays, gatherings, or whenever you're craving something extra special. So let's get started and bake this delicious cream cheese swirl chocolate cake together. First things first, go ahead and preheat your oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius. Next, grab an 8-inch cake pan and lightly grease it with butter. Line the bottom with parchment paper to make sure the cake releases easily after baking. Next, in a medium mixing bowl, add 200 grams or about 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of room temperature cream cheese. Mix on low speed for about 1 minute or until it's smooth, creamy, and completely free of any lumps. Then add 60 grams or 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and mix until the mixture is creamy and fluffy. Now I'm adding 1 egg yolk and mixing just until it's combined. Next, add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix just until combined. Finally, add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour and mix just until everything comes together. Now our cream cheese batter is ready. Set it aside for a moment while we move on to the chocolate cake batter. Next, grab a medium mixing bowl for the dry ingredients. Add 1 1/4 cups or 150 grams of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup or 32 grams of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give everything a quick whisk until it's well combined. Now let's sift the dry ingredients together. This helps remove any lumps, ensures everything is evenly mixed, and adds some air to the mixture, which will give our cake a beautifully soft and fluffy texture. Give the sifted dry ingredients one final quick whisk, then set the bowl aside while we prepare the wet ingredients. Now let's make a quick homemade buttermilk. In a measuring cup, combine 1/3 cup or 80 milliliters of milk with 3/4 teaspoon of vinegar. Give it a quick stir and let it sit for about 5 minutes. If you have store-bought buttermilk on hand, you can simply use the same amount instead. In a small bowl, dissolve 1 1/4 teaspoons of instant coffee granules in 55 milliliters, or 3 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of hot water. Don't worry, this won't make your cake taste like coffee. It simply enhances the chocolate flavor and gives the cake a deeper, richer taste. Grab a large mixing bowl and add 1/2 cup or 110 grams of unsalted butter. Make sure it's at room temperature. Then, add 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons or 180 grams of granulated sugar. Cream the butter and sugar together until the mixture becomes light, fluffy, and pale in color. Be sure to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl occasionally. This helps make sure all the butter and sugar are evenly incorporated for the best texture. Now add a 1/4 cup of canola oil. Any neutral flavored oil will work just fine here. Mix until everything is well combined. Next, add 2 large eggs, one at a time. Mix well after each addition, making sure each egg is fully incorporated before adding the next. This will help keep your batter smooth and beautifully emulsified. Now add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix until everything is well combined. Now we're going to add the dry ingredients and the buttermilk mixture in 3 additions, alternating between the two. Begin and end with the dry ingredients, making sure each addition is incorporated before adding the next. Finally, pour in the slightly warm coffee mixture and mix on low speed just until everything comes together. Be careful not to overmix. Our chocolate cake batter is ready. Look at how smooth and silky it is. This is exactly what you're looking for, a rich, glossy batter that's going to bake up into a soft and incredibly moist chocolate cake. Now pour about half of the chocolate cake batter into your prepared pan and spread it into an even layer. Next, add half of the cream cheese batter in dollops over the top. Using a skewer or butter knife, gently swirl the batters together to create a beautiful marbled effect. Pour the remaining chocolate cake batter over the cream cheese layer, then finish by adding the remaining cream cheese batter in dollops. Then, use the skewer to create a few more swirls across the top to achieve that beautiful marbled effect. Be careful not to over-swirl. You want to keep those distinct cream cheese ribbons visible in the finished cake. Once you've finished swirling, gently tap the pan on the counter a few times to release any large air bubbles. Then, place the cake on the center rack of your preheated oven and bake until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. After baking, remove the cake from the oven and let it cool in the pan for about 15 to 20 minutes. While the cake is cooling, let's make a simple chocolate ganache. Add 200 grams of chopped chocolate to a heat-proof bowl, then heat 100 milliliters of heavy cream until it's hot and just beginning to simmer around the edges. Pour the hot cream over the chocolate and let it sit undisturbed for 3 to 4 minutes. Once the chocolate has had time to soften, gently stir from the center outward until the mixture is completely smooth, glossy, and fully melted. Let the ganache cool for a few minutes or until it reaches a pourable consistency. Then pour it over your cooled cake. And for the final touch, I'm adding a few chocolate sprinkles on top. Then let the cake chill in the fridge for about an hour or until that ganache is perfectly set. Once the cake is chilled and the ganache is set, it's ready to slice and serve. Just look at how soft and moist this cake is. Just look at that beautiful crumb, moist chocolate cake, creamy cheesecake swirls, and a smooth layer of chocolate ganache on top. The texture is incredibly soft, rich, and decadent. I really hope you give this recipe a try because it is absolutely delicious. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more tasty baking recipes. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Happy baking, and I'll see you in the next video.